Okay, fall is in the air, as you can see. I'm standing in a pile of leaves. You can actually, now you're starting to see all the mountains behind us. I have a 360 view now of mountains all around the property, which is really neat because we did not have that a couple weeks ago. Different things going on in the fall. I've got the animals, getting them ready for winter, rain collection. We're working on that. The town near us, actually the whole county, was just had a water shortage in the rural water system. We've had those Asian lady beetle bugs infestation, hornet infestations, just you name it, we're having all kinds of problems. I'm gonna just quickly walk you through the property and show you what I'm working on. Okay, let's go walk around. We'll start with the, this weather is just absolutely gorgeous. I could just handle this weather all year round. It's just so nice. Had a scare yesterday. We have a trail that goes on the property, I would say down the mountain, and I took the four-wheeler down the trail, and I was filming with one hand and riding the four-wheeler, which I do all the time. And it must have got really scary. And I let go of the phone and just rode the four-wheeler down the whole way. The next thing you know, I'm about a half a mile down and I didn't have my phone. And the trail is pretty long. So, and there's about a foot of leaves on the trail too. So I had to take out my trusty metal detector and get my phone. Found it. Okay. Sorry about the leaves crunching under the feet, but as you can see, we got the goats there. They're pretty happy. We're gonna make more pasture for them. That's one of the biggest things we're planning on doing. Is you could see over that, I mean, there's just a lot of foliage we need to get for them accessible. So I gotta put up more fencing, and if anybody's watched my fencing video, it was a bit rough. And then actually moved all the hay. The hay was not in the best location, but we wanted to move it a little bit more out of the way, and we did that. This temporary location behind me, I don't know if you can see it, it's a little fenced in area. The goats have been in there for quite a while, so we're gonna fill this with leaves, compost it, and it's gonna be one of our gardens. But hopefully the goats, having been in there a while, left their little pellets, and we'll get some dirt out of it. Here's where I moved the hay. Some little gnat just flying in front of my face. It's like, it's just sitting there. Okay, big project going on here. I will still gonna get the building over here insulated. So I'll show you the progress in here. Okay, it's a complete disaster. But as you can see, I ripped out all the insulation in the ceiling, if you could even really call it that. A lot of it's down here on the ground. Started ripping out in here, ripped out this wall. This is all gonna go, this whole loft will be gone. And then I got more insulation there. Still finishing this, and I gotta do this whole back wall there. It's a nightmare, but this wall needs to be pulled, the insulation. All this, I'm gonna redo this bathroom. It's pretty scary right now. I don't know, this is how we got it, and I still haven't, I mean, it's kind of scary. This is the shower, that's pretty scary, but it's got the plumbing externally, and I think I had this last time, so I'm gonna redo this whole thing. This wall is gonna be gone. This mini split's gonna get repurposed if it still works. Back here, such a pretty view. You can see the mountains in the background. It'll be really nice. So we're gonna make this one big open room with just a bathroom, and then this room right here. Okay. This room, I've tried to put up that insulation, it just keeps falling down. This is where we keep the solar batteries. And I haven't pulled this insulation out yet because I want to keep this room, it actually holds its temperature pretty good, but this room needs to be cleaned. As soon as we get the spray foam in here, I'm cleaning this place top to bottom. But for right now, just getting it ready for spray foam, which is going to be pretty messy. Yeah, you can probably smell the mouse pee and droppings from your TV set in this space. The good news is I started pulling and wiring and organizing. I gotta yank out a lot of this stuff here. I mean, this is just a complete mess, but I have to pull a lot of this out. And if you can see that water line, it goes over here, but then it follows this 2x4 beam down there. I'm actually getting rid of this beam, so I have to reroute this water line probably to this wall over here, and then to that back wall back there, and redo all that. There's some leaks in it, and it's just a, best word I can describe all this is a hot mess. And this loft system is horrible too. I went up there, I do not weigh that much, and it stresses with my body weight. It's just not a safe space at all. Okay. And you can see a lot of junk wood left on the property. I need to get rid of all this now that there's no little critters that slide around. We just ordered a 1,200 gallon water tank. So we're gonna put on the building behind me, or putting a gutter on that. And I'm gonna put the tank inside and figure something out with that. And we're gonna use that water for the animals, the garden, and whatnot. We were going to put it over here, and I'll show you here in a second. Okay, behind me, corner of the house. You can see it right there. That corner right there. We're gonna eventually make that into a greenhouse. It's just kind of a wasted space right now. We're temporarily storing some hay in there, but perfect spot for a greenhouse. I don't know when that's gonna happen. It's kind of one of those, it's not really a time thing, it's a money thing. So everything is gonna be slow going, but yeah, keep going down here. Keeping the trailer ready for the next trip. And then we've got these buildings here, a little wooden building right there. That one is just used for non-temperature controlled storage, Christmas decorations, you know, just stuff that I don't want to leave it outside, but don't really care about it, and it's not of high value. And then this little building right there, as you saw when we were moving the hay, it's where we're going to store a bale at a time. So it's when we cut open, it'll be protected, and then it'll be the area we can just take some hay and give it to the animals. Just unlock the pantry. A little bit of work has been going on here since last time. Okay, we got the pantry stocked for winter for the most part. All the canned goods. I moved them last trip, packed them very nicely, and we are good to go there. Our outdoor screen room, we moved our outdoor patio furniture from the old place and brought it here, and we spend a lot of time in here. It's kind of a mess right now. We've got we store water bottles. We've got a lot of water bottles there for backup water. Bag of dirt, you know, never could have enough bags of dirt. But yeah, and then what's kind of nice, got this great view. Look over there, and then we've got all the goats. We can still see them. Okay, this is the ATV trail down there. It doesn't look too bad. It's actually not steep, and then you kind of curve it around a bit, and then it just drops down, and it's pretty interesting. But it's so pretty because you can see through this video now the mountains be all around us. You can see it through the trees, and when you drop down in there, it goes all the way down to this creek, and it's just pretty awesome. But I'll have to get some video of that eventually. It's usually when I go down there, I've just been clearing it out because some trees have fallen down, and it's still not, it's very pretty, but it could use a little bit to make it video pretty. But yeah, look at the mountains. You can see all around us now. It is so cool. Okay, this is the beginning of fall for us. It's also probably the time I'm going to be out the most in the woods, finding property boundaries and exploring the land. We already found a cave on the property. We found some little cliffs, lots of really cool stuff. When I was down, it's interesting. Where we're at right now, I can still hear cars go by. We're about a half a mile from the road. When I drop down into there, I don't hear anything. And it's funny because I do watch a lot of Bigfoot shows, and if there's a Bigfoot, he could live, or she could live down into that. It's every time I go down in there, I do hear a lot of weird stuff, sounds that I'm just not used to, and it's interesting. So, and it is that time of the year, that spooky time of the year, so I'd be interested to know. I've never seen a Bigfoot. There is a guy I used to work with who's a very well-respected businessman, and he told me once that he saw in Washington State. I've lived in Oregon, and I've been to like all the stomping grounds of Bigfoot just to see, you know, because that, you know, like X-Files, I want to believe, you know. And he was telling me that he was on a business road trip with some other colleagues. He was driving. They were near Mount Rainier, I believe, and everybody else was sleeping. And he said he came around one of the mountain roads, and he said, sure enough, it was crossing the road. And he said his brain did not want to register it, and he didn't tell anybody because he said they would have never believed him. And it's funny because apparently in this area we've got tarantulas, and I've never seen one. I think I said until a couple weeks ago I saw one crossing the road, and it was the same thing. My brain just did not want to register that because it's almost unbelievable to me. Probably never see another one again, you know, because it was kind of cool. Apparently they're kind of a neat thing, but yeah, just like that. So if you had any good Bigfoot stories, let me know. I'd be curious to hear, because it's interesting, this area. Because like I said, if you go down that trail, you cross that other creek and just keep going, eventually you hit the Buffalo River. I mean, there's really nothing. There's no houses, you know, it's just a big open wilderness. We do have a neighbor that way, I believe, as the crow flies. There's two of them. One's maybe half a mile, and then another one's a little bit more than a mile away. And yeah, you don't see too many people out here, so, which is good and bad. We are trying to make more trips into town because we do go periods of time, like 2 weeks without seeing other people. So it's kind of an interesting thing. But yeah, this is what's going on in the homestead right now. And if you're still thinking about starting a homestead, moving to the country, no regrets. I mean, it's a different lifestyle, but wow, is it something? And if you're considering quitting your job to have more time to do stuff like this, even now, I feel like I don't have enough time in the day. It's almost like I have too many little projects going on. Like, I only showed you like a few things. There's just other little things that I gotta still fix. I gotta put lighting in the bathroom. I got a lot of little fixes on this place that it was pretty nice, but it still needs some things done. But this is helpful, and I'll keep you up to date in a week. Yeah, so till next time. And like I said, that like and a subscribe, it really goes a long way, and it's really helpful. If you believe in Bigfoot, hit that like and subscribe, and then we'll go from there. And if you don't believe in Bigfoot, hit that like and subscribe too. But I still want to believe. So, wow, it's just, yeah, till next time, because I'm going to just keep rambling. But thanks again, and enjoy this rain. I don't know if you can hear it yet or see it yet, but it's well needed.